Hey guys, welcome to another day on 251 Designs. I'm Corey, and today we got two MigMaster 250s. Why do we have two? That's a good question. They were kind of loaned to me to check out and make sure they work, clean them up, because if I clean both of them up, I can have one. If I find out what's wrong with them and order the parts and fix them, I can have one. And why not? I mean, they're pretty cool. They're old. I don't really know what year these came out. I haven't really looked at numbers or anything else. Just looked up and seen that you can get parts for them. So yeah, I've been fiddling with them. As you see, I've got knocker loose and some PV blaster right there. And yeah, these used to be used on a construction site and everything else, and they've got 50 foot of hose and power cord because they were used a long way away from where everything was. So you had your bottles and everything in one section, and that was 50 feet away, if not further, and regulated all the way to the machine. It's crazy. You can even use spool guns on here. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But I don't have that attachment. All I have is the MIG guns, and yeah, one of them's in disrepair that I have to figure out and fix. All the knobs turn. We've sprayed lubricant on all of them, taken some of them off. Like this one, I took this one off and a little ornamental thing came off of it. But now I'm going to attempt to vacuum all this rust off. It's been sitting in a shed for about 20 years. So there's a pile of rust, dust, dirt, mud, paint, and everything else. So I want to clean these up. They're not going to be perfect by any means, but at least I can get them back to working order. And I'll be switching out like leads and stuff like that, because this one's tore up. This one's really tore up. Really tore up. And we'll probably get some new ground cables and stuff like that for them on top of the guns and all that. We'll have to look at, because this one is messed up a little bit, but we'll look into it and see what it costs to do all that. For this video, I'm just going to fiddle with it. We're going to get it going and hopefully be able to weld with it. Questionable, but we're going to try. I'm probably going to use flux core on it for right now, because I don't feel like hooking up the bottle, because I have to cut the line, which one of these has, that's the long line. This one has the short line right here, and probably if I broke into the machine, I could probably switch that out, or just cut this and get a barb fitting and tie it a lot shorter to where I can actually toss it on a regulator like this. I got a regulator down here that adapts to stuff like that. It's got the little fitting on the end. So yeah, anyway, back to cleaning these things. It's gonna take a lot of work because they're nasty. Well, as you see, these things are nasty. So that bottom's basically rusted out. This one's not too bad, and the interior is just the paint's coming off everywhere. So it's been sitting for a while. This one's a little bit better off looking. It's not as bad, it's just dirtier. So, but I got me some flux core wire right here. I don't know how I want to put this in here, because I'm scared this thing's going to just start unspooling. But I want to get it in here because I want to test this and just see if it works. So if it does, it means I have a working machine, at least to the point of it'll weld with flux core. Then the next thing I need to do is test it on gas. So I need to test one on flux core. All right, well, this is my contraption. So this holds a little bit of tension on here, so it will feed, but it has tension on there, so it shouldn't unspool. Goes in, goes through. I have to take the tip off that if it doesn't go through. I think the wire that was in it was 0.4, if I'm not mistaken. 0.45 or 0.045. That's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than what I've got going in, because I got 0.35 in there. So, all right, well, it'll work. Should. I'm gonna use 0.35 anyway for everything I use. All right, well, it's plugged up. Let's click it on. Let's do wire speed all the way up. This thing's loud. Let's grab my gun. Stretch this whole thing out. It's not even touching that. Oh, let's put some pressure on it. All right. I'll have to swap these over. All right. Yep. I've got to swap. I've got to swap the wheel over because the wheel is a little different. So this wheel right here has two different grooves in it. One wheel should be for 4.5. The other wheel should be for 3.5. So let's loosen this whole thing up real quick. Pop this down. Pop this mug up. I might have to get the pliers out. Yep. All right. Pliers. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, so this little thingy right here comes off. I need a screwdriver, and we'll pop this off. All right, well, got it out. So, wasn't too bad. Yeah. It sucks. Anyway, let's go over here. This machine is so loud. Grab this ground. I just want to test the theory of it working. There we go. So the conclusion is, it does work. Horrible, but it does work. And I have a feeling it's part of the ground, part of the tip in there, part of the liner, part of that, and part of the controls for that, the wire feeder, wire speed, and all that. I have a feeling that it kind of goes into all that. So if we switch to this 0.045 wire, which is super thick, and throw some gas on it, boop, I bet you we could probably make it weld a lot better. Well, since we know this one works, now we got to test this one. And yeah, I'm appreciative that that works. I just need to adjust everything to match that wire, and to figure out possibly getting another spool. I got a big spool in my Harbor Freight welder, and this is a big spool. This is a 40-pound spool. That's an 11-pound spool in there. So yeah, it's coming together, but we're just trying to figure out if things work. And we just found out that this does work to a point, but it needs a new ground anyway. So yeah, next on the agenda, we are going to pull the flux core out of this one, put it in this one, and just see if this one will weld. Then after that, we'll start slowly fixing things, and we gotta see if the gas works in both. So yeah, so stay tuned. Keep saying so, yeah. Just stay tuned, and I'm getting to it. I want to correct something. You're supposed to do reverse polarity for flux core, and I didn't. But hey, oh well. There's the line that goes through the machine. I wonder if I can get an adapter for that and make it easier to where I can disconnect it. Maybe. We'll find out.